the stream, and we're going to talk about this trial. To me, I think this was a railroading that is going to cost not only Tory Lanez, it's going to cost him being able to be in the United States. It's funny how, people are like, well, he's going to be deported. Well, y'all, the non, the anti deporters now all of a sudden celebrating the fact that this guy could be deported. This is what you call a public railroading. Salute to everybody that's here in the chat room, the moderators, the channel members, the patrons. Shout out to everybody that supports me on a day-to-day basis. I make commentary about a lot of different things. I know a lot of you probably have subscribed to me from the videos I've done about celebrities, right? You may have even subscribed to me due to a video I made about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. There's a reason why I speak about these things, because celebrities are not only out there for you to follow them, they're there for you to live vicariously through them. And that's what a lot of people do. Tory Lanez was railroaded, and I saw reports that said that his father was yelling and screaming at the jury, calling them evil, saying that this was Roc Nation's doing. Of course it was Roc Nation's doing. Roc Nation could not afford. They could not afford to have Tory Lanez win this case. It's funny how the prosecution added a third charge right before the trial started. It's just unbelievable where we've gotten to in this country. I thought it was, politics are crazy. A lot of y'all got to look closely at your elected officials. They care more about a foreign country than they do about you. Okay? They only care about justice when it suits their benefit. Let's see who's here in the chat room. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to Liana with the super chat. And also Calvin Brewington with the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see who's here. Midnight. R&B was good. Be Fierce. 414, Clee, Mark, Trill, Corey, Julian, Mitty, Thinking Throwed, Podcast, Honcho, Bootcamp, Dion, Thomas, Kevin, Ernest, is it Casey, Christina, Return to Black Kings, Mr. Knox, Zeke, Brian Turner, see Calvin, James T. Manny, Black Rain, Mari, Allen, McDowell's, Enigmatic One, JJ, Young J, Malik, Man Cole, Treyway, La Original was good, La. Yeah, we gonna get into it, man. The A.R. Smith, Mejan, Prime VA, Jack Daniels, Kenneth, Antonio, Woke Quill, Charles, Mr. Fantastic, Dollar Washer, Link, The Slick, see Adam, see Troy, Cat, Britt. There's a lot of y'all in here, man. New O Aces, see Charles, Nasty Biscuit, Dragonfly, Trace, Metamorphosis. I'm trying to get everybody. If I miss somebody, my fault. Vegito, Nelly, Realm of Rage, 92, Buff Curry, Raphael, Big Time Willie, Raphael, Bronx Eye. Shout out to Ernest, the super chat. Appreciate that. Nick the Magnificent was good. Tim, Sigma, 2 Block was good. RB, the JR, Falcon DX, Quay, Wood 2K, Gregory Jr. At the high school show. Okay. Stephen Brown was good. RCH, Carl Page Jr. Already got you, be first. Charles. Trying to make sure I get as many people. Dion Giddens was good. Salute to everybody that's here. Jamil was good. Asia. Like the stream too, damn it. Yeah, he was found guilty on all 3 counts. And we're gonna get into some of the people that were there. So y'all can be caught up to speed on everything. This is absolutely atrocious to me. But this is what happens, man. They needed this win. They needed to make Tory guilty. They needed Tory to be guilty. Mr. Old School was good. Adrian was good. Adrian. Was it Shreves? I have no doubt that this is going to go to appeals. But we're going to get into this video from one of the people that were there. Let's get this on the screen real quick.
All counts, Tory did not react. He stood motionless, staring forward the entire time. They polled the jurors to make sure that what everybody was saying was in fact guilty. They went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. Every single person said guilty. Tory was taken into custody, remanded into custody. No bond at this time. Sentencing is set for January.
Wow. I didn't know that that he's gonna have to sit in jail. I didn't know he was gonna have to sit in jail. Wow.
27th. At the end of the proceeding, his father stood up, had an outburst in court. The sheriffs had to remove him. He eventually left on his own volition. He was not arrested. Another gentleman took out his phone, recorded the outburst. That gentleman is currently in front of the judge right now. The judge is, I guess, going to charge him perhaps with violating the rules of the court. Guilty on all 3 counts.
Women empowerment.
Tory Lanez will be sentenced on January 27th. He has been remanded and taken into custody by the Los Angeles sheriff.
So the jury, Tory Lanez did not kill anybody. Tory Lanez did not harm anyone. At the most, he shot the gun in the air. So you're going to arrest him and put him in jail and then sentence him. Like, what is this? Yeah, this is that you could tell this is definitely California court. You see Johnny Depp court, Johnny Depp went to court in Virginia, which was smart, right? But when you're in this situation and you're in a California court, man, listen, I'm not saying I didn't know he could be arrested, moron. I didn't know he wasn't going to get bail. He's a threat. You're trying to deport him. How much of a threat is he if you're trying to deport him? The reason why I'm surprised is because, again, who did Tory Lanez harm? The worst thing that Tory Lanez ever did was sleep with Meg Thee Stallion and her friend. That is the worst thing he did, because look at the situation. Because Megan wanted to get drunk. If Megan wasn't a sloppy drunk and a slore, then maybe she wouldn't have been in this situation. Meg Thee Stallion got herself in this situation because she's a sloppy drunk and she likes to sleep around with her female friends, boyfriends, or whoever they're sleeping with. He absolutely needs to appeal this. This is outrageous. You're a messy fucking drunk and you like to sleep around with the men that your friends are sleeping with. Just absolutely disgusting. And she has a history of being a sloppy drunk and getting into it with people. And the fact, now I will say this though, Megan is a lot of things, but she had a very, I guess, effective court appearance, right? She had she was very effective in her testimony. Of course, everybody loves a woman that is a sympathetic figure. But I just did a live stream last night of a black woman taking another woman at gunpoint.
Emailed you Tory's dad's response.
Okay, Jack, I'm gonna look at it.
Verdict is in, guilty on all counts. Tory did not react. He stood motionless, staring forward the entire time. They polled the jurors to make sure that what everybody was saying was in fact guilty. They went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. Every single person said guilty. Tory was taken into custody, remanded into custody. No bond at this time. Sentencing is set for January 27th. At the end of the proceeding, his father stood up, had an outburst in court. The sheriffs had to remove him. He eventually left on his own volition. He was not arrested. Another gentleman took out his phone, recorded the outburst. That gentleman is currently in front of the judge right now. The judge is, I guess, going to charge him perhaps with violating the rules of the court. Guilty on all 3 counts. Tory Lanez will be sentenced on January 26th.
Let's see. Hold on. Look at this. The Los Angeles DA released a statement saying that this trial highlighted numerous ways our society must do better for women. You see what this trial was about? This trial was about giving women a win because women are victims, even though I just did a live stream yesterday of a woman taking another woman hostage by gunpoint.
From sisters celebrating Kevin Samuels passing to this Tory Lane verdict. I think these sisters are done to the block man. Now content PPL are next.
Appreciate that, man. This is crazy. This is insane to me. And people are celebrating this. You got people with sons celebrating this. Okay, celebrate this when your son gets caught up. I'm going to check out Tory Lanez's dad's response. When your son gets caught up, I don't want to hear nothing about the system is against men. You keep your mouth shut. Let's see. Okay, you say you emailed me. I don't see the email. Did you send it to my IG? Oh, let me look at this, man. Did you send it to my email or IG? Because I don't see it in my email. Did you send it to my email? What's good, Ricky E? You know how the system can help women better? How about you get these women some therapy? How about you get them into Alcoholics Anonymous? Because the reason why we're at this point is because Megan Thee Stallion was a sloppy drunk.
Once you are found guilty, the deputy is required to put you in cuffs once they say guilty.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm more on this no bail. That's the one thing that's like no bail. You gotta do your job, but no bail. Like, where is he gonna go? Like, you're gonna have to send his father's response to me again. You can send it through, maybe tag me on Twitter, or you can send it to email. Now you're seeing a whole bunch of feminists, a bunch of fake, I support men's rights. You're seeing a bunch of them.
I thought he shot at her feet or something.
That's what they claim. But you're going to spend jail time. You're going to be put in jail for that? For allegedly doing that? This is where we're at in this country. Hold on, let me go to my IG. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm trying to do this thing live just to make sure I got all my information. Let me see what somebody sent me. Okay. Let's see if they sent the response to me. Okay, I see it. I see it now. Okay. He may not. Okay, I'm putting it on the screen. I'm putting Tory Lanez's father's response on the screen so y'all can see it. Okay, here we go.
It's not over. God does not lose. And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd, is dirty.
Yo, where's the rest of the video at, man? Hold on, they got the rest of it. Where's... One woman turned and looked at the reporter sitting behind her, including me, and said, Jay-Z is a bitch. Report that Jay-Z is a bitch. Yeah, man. Oh, man. It's getting crazy.
Meg about to become the next Rihanna to these 304s.
Yeah, but
they about to call her a survivor and have her on abuse campaigns.
Oh,
this $1 play for Rock Nation.
Man, it's crazy. I'm seeing all types of women like now all of a sudden you got all these women who are pro Meg Thee Stallion, right? When was you pro Meg Thee Stallion? Was it before the verdict or after the verdict? Because I guess it's safe for them now. It's safe for them now to be Meg Thee Stallion supporters. They weren't Meg Thee Stallion supporters before. Now all of a sudden they're Meg Thee Stallion supporters. This is what you listen, people. I've been telling y'all that there has been this push, this feminist push in our society. People thought we were lying. People thought we was making things up, that we just hated women. Now you starting to see it. Okay, Carl said he sent me the full video. Hold up. Let me okay. Let's see. You sent it to me on IG, Carl? Okay, hold up. Okay, I just played that one. I just played that one. But as I was saying, I've been telling y'all for a while that we've had this problem in regards to feminism in our society. And people thought that I was just, it was BS and, that's not true. But that is very much so true. That is very much so true. And you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it a lot more now. And you're going to see it even more. It's going to become insufferable. These people are going to become insufferable. Okay, I see it, Carl. I see it. Okay. Here we go. That out of here. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. Shout out to the people who are super chatting right now, man. I'm trying to get this video up. Okay, here we go. Play this video.
This country, and I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because you're
at the end of the day, it's all about painting black men in a bad light, even if the things they say about us are lies.
Appreciate that. Hold on, let me get to this screen here. Oh man, y'all just super set.
As you can see, they didn't condemn Johnny Depp with the Amber Heard case, but they condemned Tory Lanez. This is attack on the black man specifically in society.
Right. Thank you, man. Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Swing Out. Shout out to Derek.
Checking in. I'm shocked.
Yeah, appreciate it, Swing Out. A lot of people are. You know what? I had a bad feeling that something was going to go wrong. I kind of did, but I kind of like brushed it off too, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this happened. Let's go.
It's not over. God does not lose. Never. And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd, is the same one that's witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z.
Oh, here we go.
Let me speak to you.
Jay-Z.
Rock Nation. Yes. Because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Snitch.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia,
Watch
one
Dr.
of you
Umar try
that
and
was
eat off
peddling
this
drugs
SMH.
in this country, and you rolled on them
Appreciate that, Jack.
before so the Fed could give you a deal. All of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
They all have children.
Enough
They
said.
all have children.
It's all
Let's
done.
see.
Let's go.
Open way, guys. Open up.
He said, and some people might overlook that. He said that because Tory Lanez didn't sign with Rock Nation, that they've been out for him. They've been had it out for them ever since then. The industry has a lot of wickedness and evil in it, and I think we've all known that, right? This whole thing with Meg Thee Stallion was about it. Like he said, it's about wins and losses. It's about wins and losses. And they got the win that they was looking for. They got the win they were looking for. But we've been warning y'all about this.
A sad day for us black men. No wonder Candace Owens came out so hard. Absolutely disgusting.
Appreciate that. Well, let me go to Candace. Candace Owens. We've been warning y'all about this, man. Y'all thought we was crazy. Y'all thought we was crazy. Let me see if I could find. Did they put her on suspension? We've been warning y'all that this kind of thing could happen, man. Shout out to Mina's nice guy.
1 million in the building.
Thank you. We've been warning y'all that this society was going to shit because you have them trying to push this feminist, this gender war narrative. And it's only going to get worse from here. It's only going to get worse from here. Meg Thee Stallion did this to herself. Okay? Yes, he was found guilty on all counts. There was no way Tory Lanez was going to get a fair trial. No, there was no way he was going to get a fair trial. And they know deep down he didn't shoot her. Why would he shoot Meg Thee Stallion? What reason would Tory Lanez have to shoot Meg Thee Stallion? Can someone explain that to me? It's absolutely sickening. Let's see. Hold up. Let me see. they've been trying to push this, women are victims. Since when have they actually cared about women? They only care about women in regards to destroying another man's life. That's the only time they really care about women. But they really don't care about women. They like to weaponize women against men, and if they can get the opportunity, right? Tory Lanez had no reason to shoot Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion got into a fight with Kelsey, and Kelsey wanted more, and I believe she went to shoot her, and I think her and Tory fought over the gun.
I legit don't see how that's possible to be guilty with that evidence. Pretty crazy.
It is crazy, and I appreciate Super Chatter. Let's see. Okay, appreciate that, man. Osmosis. But see, they don't need evidence when you got a black man sitting there, right? You just need a court of public opinion and people who actually buy into that. Tory Lanez had no reason at all to shoot that woman. And y'all make sure y'all like the video, because I want everybody to see this live stream. Tory Lanez had no reason to shoot her. Why would he shoot her? And the reason why he was apologetic is because he blamed himself for those two friends fighting each other. That's why he blamed himself. That's why he was apologetic, because he felt like it was because of him that they were going at it with each other. But honestly, I think the one thing that may have hurt Tory is that he wasn't honest about who shot Megan. I think if he was honest at the start, things would have probably may have been different. May have been different. But again, black women don't lie, right?
Jay, are you able to reach out to lead attorney?
Like, reach out how? Like, to talk to him, or no, I haven't reached out. But I appreciate
Two women
them.
got into it with each other, and the nearest black man took the blame.
Of course.
SMDH.
It's our fault. We got to take the fall. We got to take the fall, right? We got to take the blame for it. Y'all know no black woman was going to be blamed for that, right? You see, they want a black man versus black male. They want a black man versus black woman gender war. They've always wanted that. That's how you keep people divided, and you're able to play one group off of the other.
This shows that black men are guilty until proven guilty.
Right, Charles. Like, we're never innocent. There has to be zero proof of any guilt for them to finally say, okay, he's not guilty of anything, right? Meg Thee Stallion was a groupie, and she was out here sleeping around with all these different guys, sloppy drunk, fighting with people. That is who she is. She ain't gonna be able to escape that. What happens when she gets into another incident and there's no black man to take the fall? I think this is a travesty of justice. But I hope this red pills a lot of you men to understand how we fit in society, and that you're going to be guilty when they say you're guilty, and they're going to use you to push their gender war. That's what they're going to do. This should have never been a case. Meg Thee Stallion wasn't even shot. She was what? They said that they were shooting at her feet, but did they find any type of, was there a bullet in her foot? No. She was back up and walking around and twerking, a couple days later? A lot of you black men, you better fucking wake up.
Modern black women has blindly adopted feminist ideology, and now sisters are our oppressor.
Appreciate that. No, I think they are useful idiots. I don't think they're oppressors. They're useful idiots. They're like, I will be used to destroy another black person. Look at the heifer that took the woman hostage. They had no problems killing that woman. But then the next day, we got to support women. But you didn't have a problem killing that black woman that was holding that other woman hostage. Now, did you? They had no definitive proof that he shot at her. Because he didn't shoot her, he shot at her. According to them, that he shot at her.
Insane T. Megan's story had nothing but holes in it, but Tory goes to jail. And of course all the modern raggedy heifers are rejoicing this BS woman facepalming medium skin tone.
Right. I'm just figuring out what. I've been telling y'all this. I'm retelling you what I've been telling you for years. I've been telling y'all to wake up for years. I don't need to learn anything. I've been telling y'all this. And y'all the ones that thought that I was the crazy one. I was the woman hater. I can't get no women. But no, I'm just telling y'all where we are in society. These women are being used, and they have been for quite some time, to destroy anything in their path.
I see now and why Babylon was destroyed.
Appreciate that, Sonny and Honey Smiles with the super chats, man. Y'all coming here fast with super chats, man. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Eric. Meg is a sloppy, slurring drunk. That's what she is. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to change that. This verdict doesn't change anything. This is just insane to me. Let me read to y'all what the district attorney said. He said, I want to start by highlighting, shout out to greatness.
Meg is a slur and the appeal is going to show the toxicity of the female movement and Tory is going to get a different verdict.
Yeah, he's going to have to tell who really shot Meg Thee Stallion. He's going to have to tell who really shot Meg Thee Stallion now.
Kanye, Lamar Odom, and now Lanez. Stay away from the Kardashian and Jenner clan. This started over Lanez flirting with a Jenner. The hunt is on BM.
Appreciate that, greatness. Shout out to NHB TV. But let me read to y'all what the district attorney said. He says, I want to start by highlighting the bravery of Megan Pete. You showed incredible courage and vulnerability with their testimony despite repeated and grotesque attacks.
It's crazy how they're low-key trying to pass Tory Lanez off as an American black man, but he's really a Canadian black man. And I don't hear Canadian media speaking up for Tory.
Man, appreciate that, but do you know how feminist Canada is? Canada is way worse than America. I think America may be like 5 to 10 years behind Canada. Of course, they're not going to speak up for him. You know, they're probably, they're probably dissing, pushing the same narrative about him up there too. Canada's worse. Let's see. Yeah, you faced unjust and despicable scrutiny that no woman should ever face, and you have been inspiration to others across LA County
this should
and
have
the nation.
never went to trial. They botched collecting the evidence. Appeal. I'm highly disturbed by this frowning face.
Appreciate that. Jackie loves Jack. They did, but see, the thing was that they just wanted the jury to see that there's enough reasonable doubt, or there's enough information to convict him because these two black women didn't do it, so somebody had to do it, and that's how they were able to get the jury to believe it. They're like, why wouldn't this guy do it? He's sleeping with both of them, and he's lying to them, and he's fighting with one of them. Like they were able to paint him as this manipulative, abusive guy, almost, right? And that's how they was able to push their narrative. Says women, especially black women, are afraid to report crimes like assault and sexual violence because they are too often not believed. The trial for the second time this month highlight the numerous ways our society must do better for women. I'd also like to thank the jurors for their time and thoughtful deliberation and our trial team for their tireless pursuit of truth. You spent countless hours away from your families during the holiday season preparing for this case and finding justice for Miss Pete. Your sacrifice is appreciated. And that was from the district attorney George Gascon, who was trying to they're trying to build careers off of this. This case was to build a career. It reminds me of the Duke lacrosse, how that failed, right? But this was successful. This was the successful version of the Duke lacrosse without the sexual assault, right? Like you got the you got the district attorney trying to take a situation where he can make a name for themselves or she can make a name for themselves, right? That's what this was. And that's what we have here. And I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of women, there's a lot of feminists exposing themselves. And I'm glad you heifers are exposing yourselves, because a lot of y'all are nothing more than the reasons why this country is falling apart. America's falling apart because we're pandering to the lowest common denominator. We're pandering to mentally unstable men that want to walk around or go into women's bathrooms with wigs and dresses. We pander to mentally unstable women who end up taking people hostage in Walmarts. When you pander to that denominator and you wonder why this country is falling apart, it's falling apart because we are pandering, not me, but these people, these politicians, even you're pandering to people who need psychological help or need to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. This is where we at. And a lot of you heifers are exposing yourself, and I'm glad you are, right? Because you're not going to like what I have to say. And going forward, I'm going to emphasize while a lot of you women are failures, a lot of you women end up dating men who mess up your life and then you want payback. So what you do is you go and try to defame, disrespect any man that comes into your path, right? Shout out to Divine Photos.
It's disgusting how black men are treated all across the board.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Appreciate that. And then they're celebrating this if you won. How did you win? I hope you women understand that men are watching you and they're seeing how you're reacting to this because they know Tory Lanez is not guilty. They know it. You know, it's hold on, let me see if I can find. Let's see.
Church preach, Jaye.
Appreciate that. They know Tory didn't shoot that woman. It just doesn't make any sense.
She sold her soul to Satan. She sacrificed her mom and Tory now.
Swing out. Thank you, man. R 1993. Appreciate that. She needs to go and get help for her drinking problem. How many friends have Meg Thee Stallion lost? How many people around her have she lost, right? Now you got Partisan. He's such a simp. He's going to stay with her regardless. She might be beating on him for all we know. This man does not deserve. Hold on. Yo, don't hide anybody. Don't hide anybody. Put them in timeout. Okay, yeah, you can hide that, jackass. Yeah, you can hide that, jackass. But yes, you know, let's see. Yeah, don't hide anybody. Just put them in timeout. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of you heifers, man. A lot of y'all exposing yourselves. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, you know? Meg Thee Stallion's attorney, Alex Spiro, said the jury got it right. I am thankful for the justice for Meg. You got justice on a man that didn't even shoot Meg. The person that shot Meg got a full immunity. You know why? Because it wasn't about who did it. It was about who can we pin this on. That's what it was about. It was about it. They know Kelsey did it. Kelsey wouldn't even tell them who shot at her, right? It's because Kelsey did it. Now, in Tory's appeal, he's definitely going to have to tell them who shot her, right? He's going to have to tell them. He's going to have to be honest with them. He's going to have to be honest. All the way honest. Because this to me, like, at this point, why not just be honest? Why not just be honest and tell everything? Like, what do you got to lose at this point? Yeah, she pleaded the fifth because she did it. They didn't care about who really shot her. They needed to convict Tory. That's what it was about. And a lot of you black men got to understand that this is how they view you. You're a sacrificial lamb. They're pushing a narrative of female empowerment. Look at Hollywood. Look at the Hollywood and what they're doing with women. That is what they want society to be. Yeah, he need to get on his YSL and start snitching. Tell everything, damn it. Tell everything. If I was him, I would have told everything from the start. I ain't protecting nobody. We have listen. This it's only going to get worse from here. Tory should have told everything. And because he didn't do it, that's why he got convicted.
Some of the women that's cheering Meg have sons, brothers, uncles,
absolutely,
dads,
husbands,
male friends, and are
boyfriends.
celebrating this.
Yeah, they're celebrating this.
Mind-blowing.
How you have a husband and a boyfriend or a son, and you're
Passport
celebrating
bros
this?
Got it right time to get out.
Absolutely. Continue to get those passports. And you're celebrating this. You look straight up goofy, and you look like you got a lot of these chameleons out here, man. You got a lot of these chameleons out here pretending, faking, being fraudulent. There's nothing real about them. There's nothing real about them. As far as caring about men, they only care about women. They're just delusional. I see some of these women. They are highly delusional. They're highly delusional. Derrick Jackson already made a video about this pandering. Of course, this is the right time. If you want to pander to black women, this is the right time to do it. This is the right time to do it. Tory should have said the truth at the beginning, because if Tory would have listened, Tory should have he should have been listening to some red pill content crazy. I'm sorry. He should have known that they were after him. They weren't after the truth. They were after him.
This makes absolutely no sense. The testimonies they have, and there's absolutely no one that can confirm that Tory shot her.
Right, nobody.
He was a scapegoat.
He is the scapegoat, absolutely. Appreciate that, Makai. Salute to everybody. So make sure y'all like the stream, man. Share this stream. They were always after Tory Lanez. The California's district attorney's office were never after the truth. They were after Tory the whole time. And Tory should have known this. Tory should have known that they were after him. They weren't after the truth. And if he would have known that, they coming after me. They don't care about the truth. See, Tory thought that they were after the truth, and they weren't. They were after him. It was about convicting him. It wasn't about getting to the truth. It wasn't about who really did it. It was about, this is the guy that we need to pin this on. That is what they cared about the most. And that's why I believe he should have been honest from the start. It's that I didn't do it. Because they were never going to go after Kelsey. Never. Never. That's why they gave her immunity. They know she did it. They gave her immunity just so she can testify. Because they thought, oh, well, we're not after you. We're after him. And that she would fully comply. Maybe at first they thought she would. She just wanted that. She just wanted that immunity deal. And they gave it to her. But they weren't after her. They were after him. It was always about going after Tory Lanez. That's what it was about. It was about going after Tory Lanez. It was always about going after Tory Lanez that whole time. It wasn't about the truth. It wasn't about them figuring out who did this to Megan. They know who did it to Megan. It was about getting him. Ultimately, it was about getting to him.
They made it clear they will call as many people as they need and cut any deals as they need to get Tory. That's the legal system, career advancement.
Right. Look at YSL. They're trying to get Young Thug. They cutting all these deals with these
Damn,
dudes.
bro. Talk about being set up.
Appreciate that, Sovereign. Absolutely. This was not a fair case at all. There's nothing fair about this. Absolutely nothing. And you heifers that think you won something, you haven't won anything. Your life is still going to be miserable after this. You did not get a W. You're still suffering from mental health issues. You're still out here looking bad out here, catching L's left and right, and you're on social media like you won something. What the hell did you win? Tory Lanez is one man. Yes, one man. But there's other men out here who understand where this country is headed. That's why men are leaving. I can't blame a man for leaving this country. I don't blame no man, especially no black man, leaving this country. Look at the shape we are in. Look at the shape we are in. We are in horrible shape as a country because we're so petty. We want to play gender wars instead of actually trying to fix this country. You got all these homeless people. You got people being evicted left and right. But we're so obsessed with optics. We're so obsessed with being woke. We're so obsessed with gender wars and sending money to Ukraine, who are going to lose anyway. That's what we care more about that than actually what's going on in this country and the fact that it's falling apart. The boomers have destroyed this country. The boomers have completely destroyed this country. And I see why men are leaving. Why would any thinking man, any thinking black man want to stay in a shithole that this country has become? You know, maybe deportation isn't the worst thing for Tory. He won't have to live here. This place is becoming a cesspool. It's becoming just a place of just, the air makes you mentally ill. The people are becoming insane. So I can't blame anybody for not wanting to be here. This was all about a W for women. They think that, and they're telling black women, we did this for you. But what about the black sons and the black husbands that you take away from black women every day, that you incarcerate every day? You take men from these black women all the time. And that's why I say black women with black sons and who claim that they're married. We don't know if they're married or not. Who are celebrating this? You are nothing more than a useful idiot who probably have an underlying hatred for men, right? And now you can unleash it. But how is that going to help you? You're still going to be a horrible person and your life is still going to be lonely. That's a fact.
2030 45% of women will be single and childless. Invest in pet stocks, guys. Get your passport, move to a new country, and start a new life.
Appreciate that, R93. They act like they want this. Some of the stupidest heifers I've ever seen in my life. Like, what did you win? You still gonna have to go to work. You're still gonna have to come home to an empty house. The only time you're having relations with a man is when you're begging him at 2 o'clock in the morning to come over. Or you're on some dating website, or you're probably cheating on the man you're with anyway. Like, what did you win? A lot of y'all still in debt.
How Tory was found guilty of all charges when all the evidence and witnesses corroborated that he didn't shoot Megan is insane.
So how can you convict him? That's the one thing that's really puzzling to me, that you still can convict him when there's no clear sign that he shot at Meg Thee Stallion or Megan Pete. This is all about optics, man. Absolutely. This is just this to me is like, let's see if I can find some more responses.
Sad day in a way, bro. I thought he had it in the bag. This is an AW for black women. It now creates a deeper divide and they push black men further away.
Right. That man did not shoot at that woman. He had zero reason to shoot at Meg Thee Stallion. How could the jury, who was made up of mostly women, get on there and sleep at night knowing that you convicted a man that didn't shoot her? Or maybe these people sleep good at night knowing that they've destroyed a man's life. Maybe they get off on destroying men's lives, and that's why it was easy for them to do it. No conscience over a sloppy fucking drunk who was fighting her own friend because they were both sleeping with the same man. I'm not gonna say Tory. I'm gonna say Daystar. Daystar was wrongfully convicted. We need Kim Kardashian to get on the case and get a wrongfully convicted man the justice that he deserves. You know, in a couple of years, we're going to look back on this and we're going to realize how much of a mistake this was. We're going to realize just how much of a mistake this was. You know, I thought politics was becoming a little corrupt. I didn't think the states was becoming this corrupt. Look how corrupt the states have started to become, right? You got a bunch of people saying women should have the right to abort their babies. You got all these people saying that we should be able to kill our unborn children. What about their rights? What about the rights of your unborn child? You see, unborn children, no one gives a shit about them. Especially celebrities, all these people, these woke activists called politicians. Y'all don't care about these unborn babies being aborted, but y'all are coming together for Meg Thee Stallion, who was a sloppy fucking drunk sleeping with the same guy her friend was.
$40,000 USD is 9M in Kenya, $360K in Ghana, $206K in Brazil. If you want black women, you can go where the money goes further and they still got some values.
Appreciate that, woke Quim. Appreciate that, Quill. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to travel, do that, man. It's this is where we at, man. This is where we're at, right? This is where we're at. This is why men are needed to speak the truth. You know, they've been trying since 2017 to get rid of male voices who could tell other men about the coming destruction of masculinity, about the marginalizing of men in Western society. They've been coming at us for years. They have. There was a lot of intelligent guys who are no longer able to speak and really wake people up because they were pushed away. They were banned. They were, some just had no desire to speak about this stuff anymore, right? Because they felt defeated. They're coming for masculinity.
All my young brothers find you a real woman. Don't get with these birds because they will lie and ray on you and let you suffer. Tory is the example heartbreak.
Appreciate that, Makai. Shout out to everybody that said make sure y'all like the stream. They're coming for masculinity. They want to marginalize men. They want to uplift the heifer. And they want your children to be screwed up, not knowing what their gender is. They want to create a non-binary society using women. That's what they want. And if you resist, they're going to try to destroy you. They're going to try to destroy you. This is where we have become the countries that we used to liberate, right? We've become those countries. We have become those countries. None of this looks right to me. This was not the right verdict. I don't care what none of these people want to say. This was not the right verdict. You got people out there that have been quiet. They haven't said anything because they've wanted to, but they wanted to make sure they were on the winning side, so to speak. I don't know where Meg's bodyguard went. He was over there in Qatar somewhere. Let me see if I get some more quotables. Let's see. Let's see. We got some more quotables.
Won't be any left after this.
Appreciate that, man. Listen, man. The bodyguard, they found him today. Yeah, they found him today. I think that was Tory's bodyguard, right? Didn't Tory's bodyguard show up today? Or yesterday? Or did Meg Thee Stallion's bodyguard show up today? Because I think Tory's bodyguard showed up, I believe, yesterday. Yeah. They did not have enough to convict that man, but they convicted him of being a black man,
I was their Willie D chat and he's simping hard for black liberated feminist and a lot of black women was cheering for this.
Ugh. That's why I don't listen to some of these people, man. I don't know why y'all do either. A lot of these guys who claim to be pro-black are nothing more than weaponized male simps. And I wouldn't listen to them, and I would tell you, if you're going to listen to them, listen for the entertainment value, because a lot of times they're just going to be pushing narratives that are against men. Like, these are guys who've been caught up for child support. They've been caught up in domestic situations that they claim they're innocent of. But it's all they all trying to sleep with women that they don't even care about. See, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
I remember people kept saying that man versus woman issue was only on the internet, but we have now witnessed it as in all facets of America. The catering to women has gotten to astronomical levels.
It has. Appreciate that, Leo. And shout out to Detroit 313. Everybody sees it now. You didn't have enough evidence to convict, but you convict them anyway. Because it was easy for them to do. Right? He was always the target. Always. That's why, look at what's going on with Young Thug. They're giving, you got a RICO case where they're giving all these different people deals. Very favorable deals. All they got to do is either testify or put out a statement or whatnot against Young Thug. It's all about getting Young Thug. He is the number one target. The West is falling apart. The West is falling apart. And we've been saying this for quite some time. The West is falling apart. No DNA on the weapon, but that don't matter because he's a black man and he did it. He's a black man and he did it. I could see if they found evidence. If they found evidence that he shot, and there were other witnesses who were around, and they were able to witness what happened. And if you have all of that, you have clear evidence. There's nothing I can say except for I was wrong. I was wrong. But I can't say that in this case because there is no proof that he did what they said he did. You can try to imagine, you can try to create scenarios, but those scenarios are not real. We are not talking about a movie. We're talking about real life. That's what we're talking about. And the fact that people are okay with this lets you know how much of a sheep a lot of you are. None of you are free. None of you are woke. You're a bunch of sheep that will do whatever society tells you. You will go wherever they tell you to go. You will listen to whoever they tell you to listen to. Jay-Z's influence in this case is all over it. That's why Tory's dad brought that up. He wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't true. How can you fight for black men to be released from prison, but you want to put another black man in prison? How does that work, Kim Kardashian? How does that work? All you people that claim I want to get innocent black men out of jail. Oh my God. But then you're like, put Tory in prison. When there's no evidence he did anything.
Blame Interscope and Rock Nation. That's all I must say.
He said that all CNI.
CA is a dangerous state for men. When Kamala Harris was the Attorney General, she fought against the release of innocent men locked up in jail.
Yep, and these same people who are supporting Meg Thee Stallion are supporting her as vice president. They're supporting her as vice president, right? Even though you never really see her, Yeah, how you working to get black men out of jail, but you want to put a black man in jail? I want black women to understand something. These people do not care about you. They will lock you up or kill you too. Look at what happened to the black woman in Mississippi. They had no problem killing her. No problems at all. Oh, you got a weapon? You got a hostage? No, we not negotiating with you. They have no problem killing you, but they're saying that they want to protect you. That's not true. You got all these people talking about they're fighting to free innocent black men, but you're trying to put a black man in prison. You're trying to ruin another black man's life. How does that work? You can't be a part-time pro-black. You can't be a part-time innocence project. You either 100% in or out, unless there is clear evidence that black man is guilty. But if there is no evidence that black man is guilty, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Listen, I have been telling y'all about this since 2014 that something is wrong out here. Something is wrong out here. They clearly see black men as nothing more than disposable men that they can put in their prisons, right? That they can blame all of the societal issues on black men not being good dads, not being good husbands. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all these black men in media talking about, I was wrong. I cheated on my wife. I cheated on my girlfriend. I was wrong. You seeing a whole lot of that, like Shaq talking about how, he did his ex-wife so wrong. Like, okay, I bet she was probably cheating on you too. But she ain't gonna say nothing because you out here looking big and goofy talking about how you were the bad guy in the relationship.
We celebrated when OJ was found not guilty of killing a white woman. Tears of joy now in 2022. We're celebrating a black woman victory over a black man.
Yeah.
My goodness, how far our people have fallen.
We have fallen very far, man. We have fallen very far. Shout out to Craig Amos. Appreciate that. We have fallen very far as a people. We are just disjointed, weak, weird group of people. Yes, we are. And we're very controlled. Like, so many of these black people are controlled. Like, look how they support a party and Democrats that do zero for them. They do nothing for them. And they will tell you to your face they're not doing nothing, and you will still support them, and you will shame other people for not supporting them as well. This ain't a win. Hey, heifers, your life is going to be exactly what it is tomorrow, the next day after that, next week, the next month. I believe Tory should not be going to prison. And I would hope that he is able to fight this, and I'm sure he will. That's why he wasn't fazed in court, because he understands this. He understands that this could have been a very much so a possibility. You have to prepare for everything. You got to prepare for the good things. You got to prepare for the bad things, right? You have to be prepared in your mind mentally. You have to be stoic at all times. You got to be stoic, absolutely stoic, right? Tory Lanez did not shoot that gun at Meg Thee Stallion. He was convicted in a court of public opinion and in court. He was convicted in the court of public opinion first, with the media putting certain things out here, and also in court because the two have become joined together. They both have become joined together. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me see if what the lawyers got to say. Let me see if he has something else to add here. No, I think that's about it. I think that's all he got. This is I'm telling y'all, man, this is where we're headed. They got away with this. Not right now. Right now, in the short term, these people got away with this. Just like they got away with the 2020 election. They really got away with this. They really got away with this. This should not have happened. I'm telling you right now. Say DJ and them is going off. A lot of people should be going off. Because this shouldn't be happening. Absolutely, this should not be happening. Hold up. Let me see what academics got to say. Hold up. I'm only gonna be over here for a short minute. I don't want to.
What are you doing?
This ain't gonna be like a response stream. This is gonna be just me saying what he has to say. Because I am sick of this shit, man. They got away with this shit, man. That's the troubling thing. They got away with this. But guess what? We gonna hold them accountable. All right.
Of $1 million. So she denied this on the
The
stage.
exact quote from her, by the way, wasn't an immediate denial. She literally said it wasn't exactly the way that was presented. I know what I'm talking about because I know what quote that was. The reason why we're bringing this up, by the way, is because she has postpartum depression now. She has a recent death in the family now. If anything, her evidence or her additional information that she's going to offer currently now and not back then is going to be less conclusive.
Wait, what about this one? Critically, she wouldn't confirm she saw Lanez with the gun, which she said in the recorded interview, or that Lanez threatened to shoot her. She won't confirm it in court. She's like, they asked her.
Yeah, that doesn't. Wait. What do you mean?
They ask her
that doesn't
verbatim.
mean anything. She already.
Hold on. You keep referencing the interview,
yes,
right?
She literally
in the
said,
interview.
Yes, because
in the interview she says, "Yo,
You and I both know. She went on the stand and said, I can't recall anything. I have postpartum. I'm depressed.
Stop lying.
I
That
can't recall
juries aren't
anything." Is
influenced
basically
by
what she
Okay,
said.
so in a court of law,
hold up. Stop lying. The juries aren't influenced by media. I didn't say the jury, moron. I said this case.
The Juice
This
and
case.
Jay-Z punishing Tory for going independent.
They added a third charge. This case. Let me say it again. Let me say it slow. This case was influenced by the media trying to merge the court of public opinion and the court of law. That's what I said. I didn't say the jury. I don't even think I said the jury. I said this case. This case. I just want to play a little bit. I don't want to strain too much. Maybe I'll go back to it. But I gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go in. I don't want to see what they was talking about over there. But to me, Tory needs to say Kelsey shot Meg Thee Stallion. He's gonna have to say that now. If he's gonna do an appeal, he's gonna have to say who shot Meg Thee Stallion. And where does the evidence lie? Is there evidence that he actually shot this woman? Or there's evidence that someone else shot her? And there's eyewitnesses. He's going to have to say she did it. That's the only way that appeal could work, is if he said this person did it. Just look at the information that we have. There's no way that Tory Lanez is responsible for what happened. That jury wanted to go home for Christmas. So they was like, because I think there were probably people there fighting, but then they're like, man, I'm trying to go home for Christmas. I'm not trying to be here. They're not trying to sit in no courtroom again during the weekend. Okay, Tildall. Okay, that's my fault then if I misinterpret that. I ain't mean to call you more, Ron. That's on me, man. I appreciate the super chat. It's the way you had it worded, bro. Let me read it back what you had posted. You said, stop lying that juries aren't influenced by media. Okay. Is that how you meant it? You saying that the juries or this jury, because most juries are not influenced by the media. But to me, this case has been influenced by media. Absolutely. Are you saying other juries or this jury? Yeah, because the way it looked, I'm like, okay. But shout out to everybody that's here. Oh, man. So he called you a liar. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was calling me a liar. That's why I responded the way that I did. It looked like he was calling me a liar. I didn't say the jury was influenced by anything. I said the case. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I hope Tory is able to get this appeal through. This is just not cool, man. It's not. It's the wrong if anything, if he was going to be convicted on anything, it's maybe the weapons, but maybe they were like, right, Leo, because y'all be confused with some of these posts, man. Right, Leo, I'll be on that one. Let's see. I'm gonna take some phone calls. Let's get the fam. Hey, when y'all call in, keep the calls as brief as possible. Keep the calls as brief as possible. Okay. Let me see. I get the. Because we need to talk about this. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's the wrong number. Hold up. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Shout out to Jack Daniels.
Trying to stretch this out like the NBA Finals.
Trying to stretch this out like the NBA Finals. All right, I think that's the right number. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jaye the Black? It's me, Devon, calling from Cali once again. Man, I was at work when you went live, and I was shocked. I really couldn't believe that they decided to go ahead and do this to Tory Lanez. I definitely want to give my opinion on it real quick. Be brief as possible. Out of respect for your show. I believe at this point, what the system is doing is they're only encouraging more women to come up, and keep lying, and in an effort to look at the courts and be like, well, they're gonna cover me. All I gotta do is play the victim, no matter how untrue it is. And like I said, at the same time, they're gonna be even more they're still gonna be upset that men, especially black men, are gonna be getting more passports after this. But they did it to themselves when they decided to side with feminism and just go into this level of just wanting to compete with men at every turn. And this is another example. So I'm using this as a warning to tell my guys in California that if your masculine frame, your masculine energy is imbalanced even by a smidget, this could be your fate. You could be the next Tory Lanez.
Yeah, man. I hear you on that. All right, man. I'm gonna get to some more of these calls, but I appreciate you calling in, though, bro. Okay. Y'all calling in, man.
All right, no problem, man. Have a beautiful show.
You too.
Salute.
I appreciate it, man. You have a good one too, man. Man, y'all started calling in. Yo, you're live with Jaye the Black. What's going on?
How you doing today, Jay? Hey, I always like the show, man. You're real level-headed, and you come across with a nice, kind of calm argument. But with this, I would just like to tell black men a few things. All right, there was an issue because there was something kind of that my father used to tell me. You don't want
Okay, we'll do this again. What I meant to say was that people need to stop lying about these juries not being influenced.
Now, I just want to say this about
Most
the
are.
Tory Lanez thing. I really wasn't into it. But
All
it's
right, cool. Appreciate that, too, though. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
But first of all, little D discipline would have kept him out of this.
Okay.
And two, if I understand about the code and the no snitch code and the black code, I get that. But when it's you that's facing jail time, it ain't no joke. So this is the thing where him not snitching and keeping the code went wrong.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is little kind of dick discipline would have kept him out of this because you up there with 2 BWs, know their attitudes and all that.
Yeah.
And you sleep with like both of them. Come on, man. Everybody know that that's put you in a bad spot, period, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. But I love your shows, man.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. Thank you. All right. All right. Yeah, let's get some more callers in here. Like the stream if you haven't. I want people to understand we've been getting to this point for a long time now, and y'all were gonna see an example of where we are really in this society. Yo, what's going on?
How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. What's up? What's up?
First off, this is this was hard for a lot of us to hear, especially those of us who they got siblings who I know I have a sibling who got framed for a crime he didn't commit. And,
wow.
I just want to let a lot of people know that the reason why this thing's so bad is because we hear a lot about the white woman, how dangerous the white woman is.
Yeah, we do.
The white woman is, but I want to explain something very clearly. This is not about the black woman who I care about. This is about the black women who have taken a stance to become the new Karens in this society.
Right.
I won't be on here long, but I want to make something very, very clear with you.
Mm-hmm.
No amount of love from the black men, no amount of love from the black man can subside the hatred that a lot of these women have. None of us in this chat hate black women. None of us in this chat have a disdain for black women, even after this. But I'm going to make one thing very clear. Meg Thee Stallion represents a mentality in this society that is very, very anti-black man, very, very damaging to future generations. And I want people like Meg Thee Stallion to understand, putting Tory Lanez in prison over allegations is not going to make your life better.
Right. Absolutely.
Destroying Tory Lanez is not going to make your baby daddy come back.
Right.
It's not going to make your boyfriend love you. It's not going to make your daddy get back with your mom.
Right.
All it's going to do is prove why a lot of black men are choosing to go the other way.
Right. Right. This
I'm
is
not
very.
Gonna be on here long, Jay, but I just want to say one. Huh?
No, go ahead. You good?
Nah, I just want to let you know that nobody in this chat hates black women, but we understand that they're being used to destroy society. They're being used to corrupt the black community and turn into something very ugly. I'm going to be real with a lot of black women. There may not be any coming back from this. The repercussions from this are a lot more damaging than we think because there's so many college-age women who are fans of Meg Thee Stallion, and there's so many men who they're beginning to see, because most simps are the Gen Xers. A lot of guys my age, we're not simps.
Right.
We understand what's going on, but great stream, man. Like I said, bro, I say this all the time. I've been a fan of you since I was 17 years old, back in 2014.
Okay.
I've been a fan of you that long. So you've taught me. I have my dad in my life.
Right.
And he's taught me a lot. But, he can only teach me so much. But I just want to say, we all down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, we thank people like you for spreading awareness about how corrupt the society is, man. But God bless you and happy holidays, bro. Please stay safe.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. And happy holidays to you too, bro.
Man, be safe, man.
All right. You too, man. All right. Shout out to him. Watching me since he was 17. That's what I like to hear people who have been like listening to me for, I would say, an extended amount of time. They will know the things that I've said and what I've spoken on, man. And this is where we are. This is unfortunately where we are. Yo, you live. What's up?
Jay, what's up, man? It's Tony from Jacksonville, man. Long time no talk, bro.
Well, what's up, Tony? How you been?
Not much, man. It's good, bro. I'm just up here listening, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate you shedding light on this, man. Listen, if we're going to be honest, I hate to say it, bring it back up. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid off of a wound, but this is all response to the red pill, Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, just men waking up in general.
Right.
And they don't like that because it doesn't fit the agenda.
Yeah.
We're pushing back and they can't take it.
No. They need a W.
Men are going overseas.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're losing and they know they're losing. I mean, you bring up the whole Brittany Griner situation. They're just trying to catch up. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to catch up. And when you think about it, it's kind of petty because it's like, is this where we're at now? It's become a full blown competition between wins and losses.
Yeah.
And that's what his dad said.
Yeah.
It's about wins and losses. It's not about justice. It's about wins and losses. They could really care less about what's right. What's right when you you're in the case in Hollywood, as you like to say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to come up with the new biopic. That's the only thing they worried about, and they're trying to push an agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, bro, between all the movies and the TV shows and the cartoons, what are they pushing? I don't gotta say it. Everybody knows what they're pushing.
Mm-hmm.
It's either feminist or the other thing, and you know what the other thing is. I don't want to get you in trouble.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we just got to keep the main thing, as Dion would say.
Right.
Keep the main thing, the main thing.
Just stay focused,
mad
man.
at him right now, but
just stay focused on what you're doing, man.
Just gotta, and that's it. Don't get distracted, brothers. And the sisters that are in the fight with us, stay with us. Don't get distracted. Because, only the strong gonna survive. And that's what it boiled down to. But I ain't gonna hold up your line, Jay. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, thanks for the call in, Tony, all right?
All right, man. Take it easy. Peace.
You too. All right. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, man, that's what it boiled down to. But I ain't gonna hold up
Hey,
your line.
Jay, this is Chastity.
Hey, man, thanks for the call in.
Hey, what's going on, Chastity?
All right, man.
Hey, I wanted to call in and talk and say my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
You can. It's the first time calling in, right?
Hold on.
You got to turn your background down, too, if you can.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, Chastity?
Hey, I was just calling because I wanted to give my opinion.
All right.
Well, I do feel like this case was this is super sad. Like, I feel that at the end of the day, this was like an L for all of us. Not just for black men, but for black women, because this really made us look like terrible black. And even though I'm a black woman, I speak from real and I speak from truth. I'm not even a Tory Lanez fan, but my thing is I can see the writings on the wall. This case from the beginning was just messed up. And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, she lied. I mean, you were a hoe. And for you to do this, like for us as black women, how can you do this? And not even that, they had what was it? It was a blog I had seen yesterday. It was about that Megan is allegedly trying to sue bloggers and content creators for what y'all said about the case.
Well, it's going to be hard because, Tory was found guilty in the case, but that doesn't mean that he actually did it, because there's going to be an appeal, and there was no definitive proof that he did anything. So she can try to sue, but you're going to sue them for putting out facts? They didn't put out lies; they put out facts about her. It ain't like the Cardi B situation where somebody was blatantly putting out something that was probably not true and refusing to take the stuff down. That's not, people. You can't just sue people reporting on it.
Right, and that's what I said. I just don't understand. At the end of the day, is how are you going to sue somebody for speaking their public opinion where there are facts and court documents stating that you said this, and at the end of the day, you're speaking your opinion, but not even that come with the truth. It doesn't make no sense to me. And I just feel like Megan was wrong for that. She wrong, and she foul. And at the end of the day, Kelsey is like, you really just helped 15-1 with the case. And at the end of the day, I hope Megan lose her case. I'm sorry, I'm just not with it, sir.
Yeah, I'm not with it either. I feel you on that.
Yeah, but I just want to speak my piece, and I want to say thank you so much for your content. I'm a content creator myself, so I understand, being in the music industry, it is a lot. But like I said, speak your truth, and like I said, you speaking truth to me, and it has even inspired me to even be a better content creator. So God bless you, and thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate that, Chastity, and thank you. You know what I'm saying? And keep working at it, all right?
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right. Shout out to Chastity. The whole screen went off. Okay, here we go. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Jay, this is Tarika calling from St. Louis, and I just wanted to speak about. Please stop blaming all black women. It's not just all black women; it's women in general. Like men, straight need to be accountable about who they choose to date.
Okay. I didn't.
Hold
on. I didn't blame all black women. Let's take this back.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people in general. Like, this case is so messed up because he didn't deserve that. And it's like, look at the music she makes. So why would you think what type of person that she will be accountable or she will be truthful?
But
you see what I'm saying? Like, no.
Like that's the thing with society today. They want to elevate the worst of the worst. And by doing that, you lower their standards.
It's part of it, though.
You know, it is. You lower the standards for women.
Has given
hold on.
people
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Weaponized
hold on. You there?
stupidity.
Hey, you there? What I was saying is they lower the standards for women of today to where anything they do, if you have any pushback towards it, they're going to put all women and say that you're blaming and you're attacking all women. And this is about protecting black women when really this is about one sloppy drunk getting into a confrontation and it escalating because of her friend deciding to shoot at her. Right?
Correct. And she doesn't want to tell the truth. And it's sad that he decided to remain silent and this is the outcome of that. But it's like, God don't like ugly and he's not too fond of pretty. So the truth will come out, and I pray that this man makes an appeal and they grant it because this is so messed up. And like I said, it's not just black women, it's all women. Like, you need to be careful with whatever type of woman you choose to surround yourself with. Not just date, not just marry, even friendships. Like, these people are moving sideways. You can't trust yourself. Know your worth. Trust yourself because this is a messy situation for this man. And like, he tried to remain quiet because he cared about these women. He called them friends. He made a whole album about it and nobody even talks about that. Like, he told his truth. He probably didn't say it like in an interview, but he told his truth through his music because that's what music used to be. I don't know what type of music she makes. I don't listen to it, but if you listen to this man's album, you'll hear the truth, and it's just a sad, like, this was a shit show today, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, well, I just think that Megan's gonna get what's coming to her as far as her life and her career. She's gonna self-destruct herself. Nobody has to do that, and
correct.
Because the thing about people who lie, it always eventually gets to them, and their conscience, is gonna come back on them.
It's always three sides to a story. His side, her side, and what really happened. And I pray the truth will prevail.
Definitely.
You have a blessed day. Thanks for letting me say my piece and keep on pushing.
Okay. All right. You do the same. And thanks for calling in. All right.
All right.
Yo, you're live with Jaye Black. What's going on?
Jaye Black, man. Real quick, I just want to say this, man. The so-called black man, I heard a caller say only the strong will survive. The so-called black man needs to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and focus on his salvation. Because this society is through these monarch assets, these monarch butterfly assets. All of this stuff is a show, but that programming, that predictive programming, what's happening, what's going to happen in the future. So, hey, man, Wayne, I appreciate channels like yours bringing out the truth. So that's it, man. That's all I got to say.
Okay, all right, man. Thanks, man, and I appreciate the call in too. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, that's why I tell guys, put you first. Listen, we're gonna have a lot of simping going on. It's gonna be a weekend of simping that y'all gonna have to see. It's gonna be a lot of males, outing themselves as simps. You better hope I don't end up making content on it, but there's gonna be heifers out here exposing themselves as feminazis, low-key feminazis. Listen, you can't hide behind a family. I don't care if you got a husband. I don't care if that you have children. I don't care if you even vote conservative. If you're out here celebrating a wrong verdict, then you're part of the problem. You are a part of the problem, and you're no different than the women that I talk about and I go in on. You're just like those women. You're just like those women. What's up, Dane? I see you. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. This changes nothing because ultimately your life has to go on. This country is crumbling because we've gotten so petty that we care more about optics than actually fixing the infrastructure of this country, getting homeless people off the street. We're running out of resources. Why you think they're going all around the world trying to take everybody else's? Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? This is Giovanni. I'm Stroudsburg, PA.
Okay. All right.
Hey, what's going on, man? Well, I just wanted to say, this. I didn't expect this to turn out the way either, because just like it's been out there, the cops already boxed up the evidence with this case. They never tested Meg for the gunpowder, so the forensics was not even complete. So, among other things, and the fact is, if Kelsey got immunity, she could have easily just done the snitch point and said he's the one that did it, but she refused to even ID Tory as the shooter. So you got to think right there, as a juror, anybody with any common sense, you got to say, well, wait a minute, if he did it, why don't she just say he did it? Because let's be real. Well, the main reason why Tory didn't say anything, one or two reasons. One is because of the simp culture, I think, number one. Number two is because in his field, and as far as his brand is concerned and being a rapper, he didn't want to be perceived as he was snitching on somebody.
Right.
So he wanted to protect his brand by not saying, well, you know what, this person did. Oh, he's a snitch now. Now, mind you, May could have done this. She basically did the same thing to Tory, but she's not going to be ostracized for that. But a man is, so that shows you talk about a double standard. I mean, an ugly double standard at that, right? So you have that, right? And then on top of the fact is, I don't know how well his lawyer did in this case. It seemed like they did okay, but, I think you made a point earlier. He should have just said, look, I got to cover my own ass. And at the end of the day, you had other people talk. And I'm going to keep it real. As far as black men are concerned, we're all we got. And you know what? The problem is politically, we still got a lot of political retardation in the community. And, seriously, come on, man. We're still voting for fucking Democrats.
Yeah, listen, man. I be telling these people, they don't want to listen, man. They still think it's to be black is to vote Democrat. It's weird, man.
I mean, come on, man. Like, Tory, come on. Stacey Abrams basically downward, but pretty much shamed black men indirectly, or try to reverse shame by saying, well, black women vote for me, I win. But she didn't offer black men nothing for their vote.
Nothing.
She just, and then had Al Sharpton come up there to say, well, if you don't vote for Stacey Abrams as a black man, then you're insecure. I mean, just shaming language, that's it. And still 85% of black men voted for her over there and lost.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't y'all realize something? The Democrats ain't for you. They're only trying to pander to black women, and then they're using black women to try to shame you into voting, and you do it, and you're voting against your own interests. They're not doing anything but throwing you right to the wolves when they get ready to. And they want to talk about what they're giving black women money, because it has to do with trying to keep their communities separate. They have been funding. Do you remember Tommy? Tommy said a long time ago, he called black women state-sponsored terrorists of the community. There's a reason he says that, because they're sponsoring them to destroy their own community. They've been doing it for decades. Now the corporations are doing the same thing. They've seen the hustle. Why? Because all that money they give black women comes right back to them. They're going to get all that money back and then some, and plus some power on top of it. So of course they're going to keep giving money to black women, because with all the money that all the subsidies that black women get and everything else, and they're still only worth $5. They know damn well that money, and it's not going into the black community, because if it was, they wouldn't give it to them. It's going to pretty much everywhere else. It's going to Asians, it's going to white folks. If it stays in the black community, it might go to their hairdresser. That's it, and that's as far as it's going to go. And hell, they might not even go to the same one. The nail shops, they're going to Asians most times.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, we're all we got as black men. We do need to get the passports. We need to start thinking outside of the United States, especially as far as business is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start spreading the money around that we've got. And the thing is, we got to stop looking for black women's validation. We are all we got. If black women want to follow us, black women are down with us, then they'll follow. If not, we got to stop looking for the validation. We need to validate ourselves.
Right.
And that's it. That's the only way. It's the only way we're going to be able to protect ourselves. See, a lot of people don't pay attention to the Italians. One reason why the Italian mob has been so successful is because they only allow Italians to be made men. If you are not Italian, you can be an associate. We got to do the same thing when it comes to the women, because Italians also don't put, this is mob, they don't put no women in fucking leadership position either. All right? Mm-hmm. So we don't sit there and look at this and say, no, but see, our community is backwards, which is the reason why we're not winning. That's why we keep losing.
And also hold on. One of the things that they had male leadership. We don't have male leadership anymore.
No, we don't. No, we have none. And the worst part about it is when we have male leadership, they go on an attack, and you know what? A lot of black men just sit back there and watch it happen and don't do shit. Oh man, well, I mean, look how fast Bun B and T.I. came out against fucking Tory Lanez without knowing a damn thing. And you know what's the worst thing about those brothers? They're going to sit right back there. Willie D, just like that one commentator that called up before about Willie D. Yeah, Willie D, I was a big fan of the Ghetto Boys, but Willie D is a simp. He is, man. He really is a simp, man, when it comes to that. Like, he's going to say, well, I believe she did it. Well, I believe he did it. Well, based on what evidence, Willie? Based on her, well, I don't know her to be alive. Well, how do you know anything about her enough to know she's telling the truth? How do you know that? How do you know enough about Tory Lanez for him to be a liar? Well, I don't think she would just make that up. Where is the evidence that he did it? Her word cannot be enough. And where is her credibility based on what you think she? I mean, come on, man. That's just straight up simping.
Yeah,
that's not helping either. T.I. and Bun B, all that shit. No, man. These brothers, they're not helping nothing. But then again, look at T.I. Look at stuff what was going on with him in the background with that gun charge he had.
And being accused by assaulting multiple women that has not gone away. By the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know that whole thing with him and his wife. Remember what the girl tried to say they held him hostage. Yep. Now I don't believe that that's true. I don't personally believe that that's true. But the thing is just the point. It's T.I.
Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And from the responses I saw from him and his wife were not good, man. They were not convincing. I will say that. Because usually you have an emphatic, this is BS, I'm suing, y'all lying. I didn't see that with T.I. and Tiny. I just didn't see that. I saw a bunch of shaming. I didn't really see a emphatic denial. But bro, I appreciate you calling in. Though I'm trying to get some more callers in before I stop the calls. All right.
You got it. Yes, SYSBM guys. I'm sorry. We got to do it, man. So SYSBM, save yourselves, man.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, in, bro. Appreciate it. Definitely save yourself, man. Ain't that what mad bus drivers been saying for the longest? About you black men saving yourselves don't always mean you got to go overseas. Just go somewhere, where you're going to be appreciated, where you're going to be needed, where you're not going to be persecuted, where you're not going to be made an example out of. Because this is all this was about, is making an example out of somebody. Of course they're going to go hard for Megan, man. Look at the people on Twitter. Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? This is Leo from Jersey.
Okay, Leo, what's good, man?
I'm doing good. Except for, hearing about this news. So this thing didn't make any sense to me. What I know every other caller, they kind of said what I wanted to, some of the things I wanted to say. But I want to add something here. Okay. Because I'm still in my 20s, but I'm getting closer to 30. I'm just looking around at what's going on. And I feel bad for any of the boys that are younger than me.
Right.
I'm the oldest of all of the siblings, and I'm still in my 20s. I know my brother. He don't even date black women. He only date white women. And I know it's like, why is that? It's for certain reasons like this. Look how nasty they become. When stuff like this happens.
Yeah.
When Kevin Samuels died, they started talking mad crazy. I've never seen a group of people like happy for someone dying like this before.
Yeah.
So when I look at this type of stuff, you get happy for another man, an innocent man, to go to prison.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
At the same time, they protect Pookies and Ray Rays. I don't understand how you can protect people who are detriment to the community and who actually do the crimes, but the people who don't do crimes, they stay in prison.
Yeah,
or they go to prison.
Megan to me is more of a danger than Tory Lanez. I mean, she's had multiple instances of being a violent drunk. So I think she's more of a danger than he is.
She definitely is. Multiple people have said she gets violent. Okay, so if she gets violent, why is the jury not taking that into account? Why is it that there's no evidence of his prints being on the gun, and they still don't take that into account? Is the judicial system what they say it's supposed to be, or is it turned to a clown show? At this point, I think it's the latter. I was speaking to someone. They just told me, oh no, this man versus woman thing is only on the internet. No, this shit has bled into the corporate world, into the judicial
Tory's
system,
attorney just announced an appeal.
into many other things. If you want to, let's even use Brittany Griner. If they wanted to get Brittany Griner out of Russia, they could have just said, we want to get this American out of there.
Right.
Instead, they're using bullshit like a black LGBT woman.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. It had nothing to do with it. But that's what we care about. We care more about that than trying to get not only one American. They could have brought Paul Whelan home, but they would have had to trade someone else, and they were unwilling to do that. So Russia was like, okay, well then pick one.
Look. At this point, it's so scary because these same people who talk this nasty on the internet, these are the people who are HR. So they're looking at you when you're trying to get a job, and they're probably a black woman, because a lot of times the HR, they're usually women, white women, Asian women, black women, and they probably looking at you like, we don't want this, we're not even want this dude to get this job. Not only that, they're your CEOs, they're the judges. So like these type of things, like dudes gotta watch out for. And now what this toy situation needs to show men that men need to stay away from ratchet women. If you want to get with women, you need to get with a woman who doesn't have disdain or bitterness towards men.
Yeah.
A woman who has an upbringing that she respects her father. That those type of things are very important. And these are the type of things I talk to about with my youngest sister. And so she doesn't come out there being bitter when she gets out of college.
Right. I do think it's important that women have male role models in their life, because if they don't, then how is she going to treat you as a boyfriend? You know what I'm saying? She definitely ain't going to be a good wife, because she didn't know what that's like. She don't know what it's like for a man and a woman to be tied together like that in her life,
Exactly. Look, it doesn't matter what type of shaming tactic women will do on you. If a woman is toxic, or any sign of toxicity you see, you need to leave. I literally left a woman just because she said she wanted to fight me. After that, I blocked her on anything and left. I don't care if she calls me gay, if she calls me a punk. I'm out of there. No ratchetness should be around a man. You need to leave that alone.
Right.
That's all I got to say, though.
Okay. All right, man.
I appreciate you.
Hey, well, thanks for calling in, bro. All right. Appreciate that.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man, we're getting closer and closer to becoming that banana republic that all these people talk about, To me, this was a declaration of like full on like war on men almost. That's how it comes off to me, man. I don't know about y'all, but but we've been trying to prepare y'all for years about this. We've been preparing y'all for what is to come, and how they were going to take it up a notch, because they have to, because they are starting to lose people, So now you got people who are going to fully who are gonna fully expose who they are. I'm seeing it myself. I'm seeing people exposing who they truly are out here. Like, not that I didn't have a thought that these people felt a certain way, but now I know they feel this way. You know what I'm saying? You treat people accordingly. You treat people accordingly. But also this doesn't change where we are in society. It doesn't change the fact that a lot of these women probably don't even know who the father of their children are. Some guys paying child support for a child that ain't even his.
No, I know.
Yo, Live with Jada Black, what's going on? And then they just hung up. I'm telling y'all, some of you dudes are going through hell with child support for a child that ain't even yours. Hashtag get that DNA test. Not that Tory Lanez DNA test that, it can't be used in court. We need DNA tests that can be used in court, man. That's where we at, man. That's where we at with it. They want to come for us, man. Listen, black men, it's time to really get serious, man. Some of y'all gonna have to end up picking a side. You can go to the normies that will believe anything and support anything, or you're gonna truly come to the side of God. Because what happened today was, to me, demonic. Because they know that man didn't do it, and they went hard to convict him anyway. Yeah, she was walking the next day. Amira, she was twerking right after that. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's AJ. I'm just here to just say that we already know the system is designed like this, especially to destroy the black men and ruin them. You're guilty until innocent, and then even then, that's just if you're expendable. And unfortunately, Tory was expendable, and the agenda is to continue to push Megan to this level of ignorance. That's what this is all about. Because you got a lot of people. I'm sitting here, and you got a lot of women.
Tory's attorney appealing if you didn't see it yet.
And all I'm asking is logical questions.
Oh, I did.
Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence to prove that he actually shot her?
None. None.
And but look, all they do is just give me the same bullshit. Well, no, they deflect. And I say, well, why did she lie in her interviews about not having an intimate relationship? You see, that's why it's almost useless to argue with people, because, when I give people facts and they deflect from it, that's when I know you're not that intelligent.
Right.
And at this point, if I'm a male artist, why would you want to work with someone like that?
I wouldn't.
And you know what I'm saying? So at this point, for black men, you just got to be careful out there. You got to be careful and watch yourself and not deal with these people with this type of mindsets, because unfortunately, this is what you will put yourself in these positions. And one more question that I asked people, I said, well, why the hell did Kelsey have immunity? That's a red flag right there.
Yeah, because they,
early as it was before,
they were looking. They weren't looking to convict. They knew that woman did it, but they weren't looking for the truth. They were looking for they wanted to get him at all costs. So they offered her this immunity deal because they like, we don't care that you shot him, shot at her, whatever. We need him, right?
Yeah.
But Kelsey got a conscience,
he was expendable,
and she would not say it.
This calls for lie detector test.
Right, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, because as you said, it wasn't about that. It was just about getting him. And like I said, he was just another expendable black man. And that's what they're going to continue to do. So we just got to watch out for ourselves. But again, I'm going to just keep it short. But I enjoy watching your show. One thing I do enjoy, that you just spit facts. And when people can't, and they refute you with bullshit, just know they're not intelligent. And again, I say this place is USLA, the United States of a lack of accountability.
Right. That's definitely what it is, bro. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. So again, when people come at you with bullshit after you give facts, not feelings, but facts, because I got a motto. I say don't react, reflect.
Right. That's a good motto, man.
But, it is what it is. But I'm going to let you go on here with the rest of the show, man. Again, I'll continue to support stay up and keep doing your thing, man.
All right, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. All
No
right.
problem. Peace.
Peace. All right. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, Jordan Black, man, this is Susan McKay calling, man. I hate to say it, but the verdict was just bullshit, man. It was just bullshit. You know what? And to tell you the truth about this, feminism was never meant for black women. Feminism was just to destroy the black community altogether. Do you agree?
You said that they're trying to destroy the black community altogether?
Yes.
I think they're trying to separate it so they can control one side over the other, right? And use the other side to convert people over. That's what they've been doing. They use the women, and they get the women to bring the men to do their bidding. I think that's what they want. And the men that don't, they go at those men. They try to discredit them. They try to imprison them. Until no one tries to stand against their agenda, so to speak.
Yo, man, I just feeling that. And up there about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is just like a whole bunch of press.
I can't hear you, man. Your voice is going in and out, man.
Oh, my bad, bro. Okay, so Tory Lanez, he lost a lot of press. Especially Kehlani, because Kehlani, she's fake. She is a fireman. She was just a fireman.
Yeah, she not going. Man, come on, that 96. Now I do see some women standing who are upset about the verdict, and there are a few, but there are also going to be a lot of women who are going to turn on Tory if they hadn't already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like from my mom, the first because let me tell you guys something. Because I listened to your channel so much, and you speak the whole truth, and that's the funny truth stands up you guys. The same thing that you guys are saying is the same thing my mom's been telling me a whole lot lately. And my mom been telling me this. I told my mom, if I have this, if I go out and put a woman outside my race, my mom wouldn't even care. Except if that woman knows God more than anything.
Right.
Yeah, and my mom, she's a foreigner. She's a black foreigner. She's been in this country for 30 years. And when she came to this country, it gets her, especially even black people who discriminated her. It was our own black woman, and that did. When the hell I left it out, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm making culture, man. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man. I'm gonna go to another caller, man. I don't know, something's wrong with your phone, man, but I appreciate you calling in, though. Okay.
I guess, man. I'm going to call you back sometime, man. I'm going to call you back, man.
Okay. No, you good, man. Because I want to get to some more callers, man. But if I have some time left, you can call back in, though. All right.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Shit, man, come on, man. Can't be calling me on the headsets, man. If that's what it is. I need phones. We need phones, family, But I appreciate him, though, man. He was passionate about what he was speaking on, man. I love the passion, Hold up, where is shout out to Jack Daniel. Shout out to Urkel. Is it Salone? Thanks for becoming a member of the channel. Or you was on a bus? Oh, okay. That's the thing, man. I couldn't towards the end of the conversation, man, your phone started to go out bad. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take some more calls. If I have enough time, I'll just tell you to call back in when you're not on the bus or whatnot. But I appreciate you calling and becoming a member, bro. And becoming a member. Let's see. This is a crazy Friday, ain't it? This is a crazy Friday so far. You're live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, Jay?
What's up, man?
It's me, JD Miles.
Oh, what's up, JD?
Calling you from the deep cold of the mountains of Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to Denver. What's going on, man?
Yo, but I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna be brief.
Okay.
You see, I'm seeing all these videos, and they out there celebrating that Tory Lanez was found guilty of stuff. But you know what they say: laugh now, cry later.
Right. Absolutely.
And what that means is this: they thinking that because Megan Thee Stallion won their case, that's a big win for them. But they don't know what is going to happen coming around that corner.
Right.
And you do have a point, because I'm starting to see this shit right here. All that case has done is going to further divide the community.
Oh yeah,
community against each other.
This is gonna cause a very deep divide. Unfortunately, it's just that's how, especially here in the States.
Tory guilty, but prosecution gave Kelsey immunity and told her they wouldn't charge her.
More men.
No male DNA on the gun.
Go out
Witnesses saw women shoot first. Security guard in Dubai. Meg lies, but guilty unamused.
Say, go where you're celebrating, not tolerated. Guess what? Now the men are going where they appreciate it and not tolerate it.
Right.
And at this point, they can get mad at these men all they want, but they're not doing anything at all to give these black males a reason to stay and put up with this BS.
I think black men are like, fuck it now. Even the ones that were sort of like hesitant about it, like, well, I don't think things are that bad here. But it's like, bro, it's only the beginning, man. It's only the beginning.
At this point, it's the calm right before the storm.
Uh-huh.
And I've been down south long enough to understand this. It will drizzle at one point, then it will stop for a minute, and then guess what? Here comes the downpour.
Right.
Downpour, severe thunderstorms, all of that included. And that's how I'm seeing this situation.
Yeah, the celebrating is just like what are you celebrating? Like, he didn't get convicted because he did it. He got convicted because he was the fall guy, and they were able to convince a naive group of jurors to convict him.
Yep, and just like how our last caller had put it, when Kevin Samuels passed away, they also celebrated, thinking that now that Kevin Samuels has passed away, we could go back to the normal stuff, but. Guess what? You got Kendrick G, you got Pink Book Lessons, you got O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out to all of them, and they let it be known. Look, just because Kevin Samuels passed away doesn't mean his teachings died along with it. It ain't nothing changed, and they hate it even more. By the end of the day, boom, it's over. And who they have to blame? They can't blame black men for feeling the way that they feel.
No, they have to blame themselves for that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I know you got other callers to go to. I just wanted to speak my piece on the matter.
Okay. All right, JD. Well, thanks for the call in, though. All right.
No problem.
All right. Shout out to JD Miles. This case really exposed a lot of different things, and again, pay attention to the people around you and how they're acting. Most people should know if they follow the case that Tory did not intentionally shoot at this woman. Like, Why would he? Because she said his music was bad? Tory Lanez makes way better music than Meg. If Meg said that to him, she did that because women do that. They'll say you have a little D, right? But they're having relations with you though. You know, they'll say that particular dude has a small D that she's dealing with, but you chose to deal with him and you slept with them multiple times. So how is that bad for him if you sleeping with him multiple times? That's where we're at, man. You know, I've given this justice system the benefit of the doubt. I'm starting to
Sierra
think like
has
these
Russell
dudes.
cheering with pom-poms lol.
Sierra has Russell cheering with pom poms. I hope you're being sarcastic because if that's true, I'm I go in on. I mean, I'd have to make me go in on Russell because Russell's already having a bad season and it's only going to get worse from here. So I think he needs to focus on the on field. But what is there to celebrate? Especially you people that have sons. What if your son gets accused of something? Are you gonna, and let's say he gets convicted, are you gonna be okay with that? With people celebrating? Yo, what's going on?
Hey man, what's going on, Jay? How you be, bro?
I'm good, man. What's up?
Nothing much. This JoJo. I'm gonna be quick. I know you got a whole bunch of people, bro.
All right,
But
Joe.
I hate to get vulgar like this, bro, but the community, you gotta stick a fork in and let that motherfucker burn, bro. It's you know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it a stack. It ain't most of these bras, but well, I'm gonna keep it a stack. It is most of these bras, bro. It don't matter what the background is, bro. In the words of David Carroll, bro, being a black woman should be classified as a mental illness, bro. It's when you got motherfuckers who his DNA isn't on the gun, we can't say he you know what I mean, he goddamn he shot it or whatever. Then you gotta give say, I need immunity. I'm really the one that did it, whoop whoop, whatever was said. Man, this motherfucker facing 22 something years for something he ain't do, bro. Like, they let you know, bro, as a black dude, bro, you're not safe. And y'all had to understand something, bro. Ask yourself, have you ever met a black dude who been in a happy relationship with a black woman, bro? Let's keep it 1,000, a straight 1,000, bro.
Bro,
you've never seen it, bro.
Just look at the dudes' faces when they're out and about with these women, man. Do they look happy?
Miserable.
They look miserable, very miserable.
Straight miserable.
And
it's just like what I'm noticing, bro. The dudes in my generation, bro, the passport bros, whatever they may be, you got a lot of dudes who are not going for that. They ain't going for these single mama hoes. They ain't going for these goddamn these educated hoes. Cause let's keep it a stack. It don't matter if they educated or poor, bro. They have a certain. It's like the school roots or something, bro. It just make them. They just don't know how to be regular people, bro. And my thing is this: all the people who you ever notice, like I said, I'm gonna keep it brief. When the black dude facing some type of demise, whether it's his death or being wrongly accused of something, these hoes celebrate it, bro. That should let you know who your enemy is, bro. Yeah. Fuck the white man, fuck the white bitch, whoever it may be, bro. I'm trying to keep it clean, but it's just like, bro, it's disgusting to me, bro, how they
rap career is ruined and about to do a minimum of 10 years plus and going to be deported to Canada.
The fact that
Tory Lanez is a simp to be involved with Megan.
Baby mama, single mama hoes. It's disgusting, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. But if you a black dude work for them, bro, get you a girl goddamn you have mixed with something. I hate to say it. But it don't matter, bro. Goddamn, we got cousins, aunties, sisters, bro. Niggas know screw me, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to Jay, bro. It is what it is. Brothers, y'all be safe because these hoes goddamn be out to kill.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call in, man. Appreciate that, Joe. Man. It's getting crazy out here. It is. Yeah, I've been thoroughly disgusted as of what I've seen today. This is where we are, right? I hope you dudes understand that black men, we are falling we are falling deeper and deeper in a ditch that we ain't gonna be able to get out of. It's because a lot of you dudes refuse to wake up. A lot of you dudes refuse to wake up. You like, well, that ain't me. It could always be you. This dude was just screwing 2 different chicks. He wasn't out there like going out here causing harm to people. Nothing. He made the mistake of sleeping with 2 friends. One of them a violent drunk. You know, he made that mistake, and I'm sure if he could go back, he would definitely change that. Let's see. Is that the neighborhood? Right? Hold on. Carl Crawford said something. I want to see if I can find. Let's see. Let's see what the neighborhood. Because I'm gonna go because Carl Crawford said something. I want to go to his page. No, not his page, but the post that he has something to say. Okay, here it is. Let me go. Let's see what Carl Crawford had to say. Hold on, y'all. I want to see what Carl Crawford had to say. Carl Crawford's currently in court. Meg may not get her way out of this one. She may not be able. Rock Nation may not be able to help her with this one. Let's see.
I'ma just sit and let this one sit. 20, something. Hey, he looking at 20-something years, 2 days before Christmas. His kid's sick, his parents, her mama sick, everybody sick. I saw his daddy talking out in front of the courthouse. That shit was coming from the pit. I felt that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, you see, I'm lost for words myself. And I don't think he won't do that much time.
If they drove unnecessarily, and what we feared when we imposed the driving ban certainly is happening right now. We will be sending Buffalo police, Buffalo firefighters, and Erie County.
He won't get to see his son
Rescue people that are stranded in their cars.
For a long time.
People that drove unnecessarily, they put themselves at risk, and they're putting first responders at risk as well. So, for folks watching this right now, we're a couple days to Christmas, they're still seeing their family, they're still seeing their friends. What do you say to them?
I mean,
What they should and should not do tomorrow and next day? Well, nobody should have been driving today.
Speechless.
Appreciate that.
Get your passport, fellas. This is a sinking ship.
Appreciate that, D-Pain. Well, this is definitely gonna... You're gonna see a lot of these dudes signing up for sure. I can see that.
They keep saying it's my turn. Shit, I'm next. I got a signed contract. I ain't in no criminal. We ain't in no criminal court or nothing like that. What you about to go do?
Take a shower.
What time the thing start?
He's gonna have to say who shot her, man. Listen, people are gonna say he's a snitch. How you a snitch when you're in a situation that somebody else committed a crime that you're facing time in prison for? You know? It ain't a situation where you telling on somebody on your team, like one of your homeboys. You know, Kelsey was just a chick he was screwing. That's all it was. Hold on. Somebody said in the chat that this will divide the black community. I think we're getting there. Yeah, Carl Crawford was a heck of a baseball player. A lot of us know she guilty. A lot of us know she guilty. You're about to send an innocent man to prison. How can you sleep at night? How can y'all celebrate this? Well, a lot of y'all don't like. I told y'all a lot of these people don't like black men anyway. You think I on good conscience I could send an innocent black woman to jail over something she didn't do? Or I would celebrate a black woman going to prison for something she didn't do? That wouldn't sit right with me. I don't care how low I think of this person. If that person isn't guilty, that person shouldn't be locked up. That Kelsey text burned him. Probably so. But see, that's when I said Tory should have stopped with the I'm going to protect this person. She had already put you out there like you did it. And you should have been like, no, I ain't did it because you did it. Now, Tory Lanez didn't take the stand. He didn't take the stand. Maybe he should have took the stand. Maybe Tory Lanez should have took the stand, but he would have had to tell the truth. And maybe that would have helped. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all can't be celebrating black men getting released from prison for being there wrongfully, but then want to wrongfully put another black man in prison. How does this work? Yeah, why haven't we arrested the women that killed their friend in Mexico? Why are those women still free, but Tory Lanez got to go to prison for something he didn't do? You see how messed up this system is? It's about the real logical thinking people and the delusional MFers. It is. That's where we're at. It's got us. We got a lot of delusional people out here. And you wonder why the world is where it's at. A lot of people live in delusion. A lot of people who think that they're good people celebrating this. Yeah, she only texted the bodyguard to save her ass. Absolutely, Bronxside. She didn't care about Tory. Tory should have stopped caring about her and say, listen, it's not snitching to tell the truth. Snitching is when you go to the police and point the finger at somebody who's not a suspect. Tory Lanez was a suspect from the beginning. So that's really not snitching. You're just telling your side of the story about what happened. Snitch is when you're going behind people's backs, going to the police, pointing fingers, giving statements to people who police could be looking at, but they're not really a suspect. No charges have been brought against them. Y'all care about black women so much, but there was a black woman who was murdered by her own quote unquote friends in Mexico, and none of those people have been arrested. Y'all don't give a damn about black women. You're liars. Because there's a black woman that got killed in Mexico that never got justice. Still ain't got justice yet. How many months has it been? So you don't care about black women. You just care about Meg Thee Stallion because she's a part of that Rock Nation cult that does nothing but destroy artists. That's why artists leave Rock Nation. They don't stay, they leave. Because Rock Nation does nothing but destroy careers. Meg Thee Stallion is not going to be absolved of any guilt in this situation because she lied. She lied throughout this whole process. But see, these women know they can lie.
Where's KK and her Innocence Project now?
That project is just for funding and just for optics as well. That Innocence Project is nothing more than just to say, hey, we care about incarcerated black men while I'm trying to incarcerate another black man who didn't even pull the trigger. And they have no proof, no evidence that he did. How can you convict somebody like that? Tory's son was crying in court because Tory's father was yelling at the jury and was yelling at the DA. And Tory's son was crying in court. This is where we at, man. That's why I tell you dudes, man, understand the world around you. Understand how they view you in this society. You can do everything right. You could say the right things about women. You know what's really ironic about this? Is that Tory Lanez marched for Breonna Taylor. And that's her name, right? Breonna Taylor. Tory Lanez marched for her. Tory Lanez marched for Breonna Taylor. That's what's very ironic about this. Tory Lanez has always shown that he cares about black women. Only for him to be considered public enemy number one of black women. Jada Black, I agree with you a lot of times, but now I disagree with this. First off, none of us were there. Second, Megan wasn't the first one who talked about the shooting. Tory was the one who first talked about it. Tory talked about it because he was the one who was getting the charges. It's not like Tory Lanez brought it up out of thin air. All of the attention, the glare was on him. They were coming after him, and he knew it. He knew it. He knew they was going to come after him. That's why I wish he would have said the truth about who really did what. Because now he's going to have to. You can't, you file an appeal, you're going to have to tell the truth. You got to tell everything. No more protecting people. I wouldn't have, listen, if I found out Kelsey sent a text message saying I shot somebody, I'm not protecting her at all. She is the one who did it, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. Because when somebody lies on me, I'm just responding to that lie. Okay? When you say that I did something I didn't do, now it's up to me to respond with the absolute truth. So no, that's not snitching. You're telling the truth. This person is lying on you, you're telling the truth. To me, that's not snitching. Snitching is when you're going to the cops and you're giving statements and you're giving names, and no, you just somebody say, hey, we got this text message. I shot who? I didn't shoot nobody. She said she wasn't going to say nothing. She always was going to say something. We're talking about Meg Thee Stallion here. She was always going to say something. I just wish people just actually took the time to really look at the case and look at what's going on, the facts, whatever, and decide for yourself. Don't go to Twitter and Instagram where a bunch of those people are already mentally ill and they're going to always side with women. But how does all that siding with women help your life? You know what I'm saying? How does that help you? Y'all are out there searching for strong men, but then, whenever you see a man stand up for himself, you attack him. I honestly think that it would have been a different result if it wasn't in California. The mindsets of people in California are screwed to me. That's why Johnny Depp won his case, because he was on the East Coast over here in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a liberal state, man, you're dealing with those type of people, man. They're not going to care about the facts. They're just going to care about the fact that you're a man and you hurt a woman. But now Tory needs to tell everything. And he needs to give a detailed account of what happened that matches up with the evidence. And hopefully get a new is in front of a new judge. In this situation hopefully he could take it to a judge instead of a jury trial. Because juries, I would rather have my evidence in front of a judge instead of a jury. But that's just me. So you saying Megan shot Tory? What? No. I'm saying Kelsey shot Megan or shot at Megan.
Wasn't he even the one who made a video with all darker hue black women?
Yep. March for Breonna Taylor, put dark-skinned women in his videos, but he's public enemy number one of black women. That is the media. The media did that. The media pushed that narrative. They pushed that narrative that he hates black women and that he wants to hurt them. And there are women who believe this. And they're talking about Meg Thee Stallion is going to sue people. How are you going to sue people for telling the truth? You did get shot by Kelsey. You didn't get shot at by Tory Lanez. That's a lie. Yes, you won your case, but that doesn't mean that you're going to sue people and win, because you're going to have to prove that these people openly lied on you with lies. That's truth, Megan. And Megan want to take it there, she's going to get herself countersued. That's exactly what's going to happen. Just because Tory Lanez was convicted doesn't mean that we're wrong about Meg Thee Stallion. We're not wrong about Meg Thee Stallion at all. And the evidence proves that. The evidence proves that. And what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of men who are going to see this. And they're going to be more vocal now than never before. Because this just shows you, man, like where we are and how bad things are getting. Things are getting bad. Things are getting bad. But I would tell y'all to keep your eyes open for an appeal. But just understand, the truth is the truth. You can't hide from the truth. You can't. You can try to, but you can't hide from it. And by the way, Roc Nation is a company that destroys careers. It doesn't make them. People leave Roc Nation. Meg Thee Stallion is all Roc Nation has left. I mean, who else is really on Roc Nation that's making any noise? Anybody? People leave that place because they realize that it's smoke and mirrors. And yes, they have connections, but they don't connect with fans. Who's buying her music? Who's buying Meg Thee Stallion's music? This verdict was a joke. It was an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And I do think Tory can win his appeal because all the evidence, and along with him telling the whole truth this time, because he's going to have to. He's going to have to, because Kelsey's already testified. So there's really nothing else that she'll be able to do in this situation. Even if she tries to, if she's called to testify, like you've already testified once and said that, you pled the fifth. So, Tory's going to have to tell the truth now. All of it. But I do think he has a chance to win it, because there's always a chance. You just have to make sure everything is done. Because you see now this whole situation has had its, sort of conclusion. Now him and his lawyers are going to have to start over from scratch almost, and really take what the evidence that they have and come up with a different way of dealing with it. Because you understand, Johnny Depp lost his first defamation lawsuit. I think he sued a publication. It might have been against Amber Heard in the UK, right? He lost that case in the UK. Johnny Depp lost his first suit in the UK, right? So no problem, right? He goes to Virginia, and the case is filed and it's done there with the jury, and he was able to win that one. So it's not all lost, you know. Johnny Depp lost his first case. He just said, okay, let's change the location. So he went, the location was changed, the country was changed, and he was able to win at that time. That is what the route that I would say he can take. Yeah, it was the son. Yeah, and he lost that lawsuit, right? No, they only determined that Kelsey's DNA was on it. Hold on.
I'm gonna just sit and let this one sit. 20 something. Hey, he looking at 20 something years, 2 days before Christmas. His kids. I'm gonna just sit and let this. I'm gonna just sit and let this one sit. 20 something. Hey, he looking at 20 something years, 2 days before Christmas. His kids sick, his parents, her mama sick, everybody sick. I saw his daddy talking out in front of the courthouse. That shit was coming from the pit. I felt that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That I mean, you see, I'm lost for words myself. And I don't think he won't do that much time.
If they drove unnecessarily, and what we feared when we imposed the driving ban certainly is happening right now. We will be sending Buffalo police, Buffalo firefighters, Erie County
He won't get to see his son
rescue people that are stranded in their cars.
for a long time.
People that drove unnecessarily, they put themselves at risk, and they're putting first responders at risk as well. So, for folks watching this right now, holidays, Christmas, they still want to see their family, they still want to see their friends. What do you say
I mean,
what they should and should not do tomorrow and next day? Well, nobody should have been driving today.
Speechless.
The driving ban will extend into tomorrow.
They keep saying it's my turn. Shit, I'm next. I got a signed contract. I ain't in no criminal. We ain't in no.
They said he was facing up to 22 years. But that was for the charges. But that's up to the judge to decide. They may just deport him. So you know what? They'll just deport him. But he can also still appeal. You know what I'm saying? No, he's gonna do an appeal. He's definitely gonna do an appeal. Yes, Kelsey is the one who shot the gun. Let's not mix any words. Kelsey shot that gun. Everybody knows it, man. Everybody knows it.
Criminal court, nothing like that.
Except for the jury. Well, except for the jury. Because the jury, they wanted to believe Tory did it. I think it's the want to more so than the did he, right?
What time the thing start? I'ma just sit and let this.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. Just wanted y'all to see that. But shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all being here. If there's any more updates or anything, I'll come back live and speak on it. But this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Shout out to everyone that's here, all the new people that may have subscribed. Hopefully you subscribed and clicked the notification bell, and you follow me on all my social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right. Let's see. But I don't think that this thing is over. But I do think that this is definitely going to cause a rift for black people. Critical thinking black people. You still got the morons that are gonna believe anything. You got the simps, you got these heifers, they're gonna believe anything. That's where we at. But the truth is out here. And the truth is gonna continue to be out here. And you can't take that away. You cannot take that away. All right. Shout out to everybody that super chatted. I appreciate y'all that donated tonight. So one of the longest live streams I've done in a while. Hold on, let me see. I got a Cash App from Marriage or Hell Nah. Says, I'm out, Jay. Passports up. Only hi and bye to U.S. women. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. All right. Why do I think Kelsey shot the gun? Because they were fighting each other. That's why. Meg got emotional. Have y'all dealt with women that got emotional with each other? Look at the woman that destroyed the airport. That's what happens when women get upset and angry. They destroy things, or they try to destroy someone else. And that's what happened, right? That's what happened. In that situation. That's why I believe she did it. And the evidence says it. Her DNA was found on the magazine. All right, what else? Jemele Hill is somebody who I think is the antithesis of a Western black woman. Is Jemele Hill. Once again, these women hate black men, but they wish they were black men, but they aren't. They probably wish they were white men. They have this envy of white people, and I don't know where that's going to get them. Jemele Hill is a failure. Jemele Hill has failed at everything she's done. The only thing she's really good at is being a mid blogger. That's the only thing that she's good at. That's the only thing she always be. So she can say whatever she wants, but she's a mid blogger. Okay? That's what she is. All right, people. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Y'all can keep up with me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The link is in the chat room. It's pinned at the top. You go to all my other links there. All right, people. I'll see y'all later. You have a good weekend. All right?